Hello, third graders. Welcome to lesson 5.6. We're going to be talking a lot about halves today, about cutting things in halves. And cutting things in halves can make something easier. So let's say Mr. White said, you have to eat half of this lemon. Oh, that's going to be sour, isn't it? Some people like that, but most people are like, oh, I can't do it. Well, it's a whole lot easier to eat half than it is to eat the whole thing, right? And so that's where we're going to be talking about today is how halves can help us with some multiplication facts. So our objective here is to be able to use doubling, right? So we're talking about half of something and then doubling that to solve multiplication facts. Okay, we're in our fact standard. All right, I need you to turn in your math journal. What page is this? It is, I believe it's 168. It might be 167. So take a look, find lesson 5.6. All right, the math message, we're just going to complete this real quick. So blank is a double of 3. Well, what's the double of 3? 6. Because half of 6 is 3. Easy enough, right? All right, do number 2. All right. Blank is a double of 5. What do you think? What is a double of 5? If you have 5 doubled, what would it be? Would be 10, right? 10 and 10. And then number 3, what do you think for this one? Blank is a double of 9. 18 is a double of 9. Did you have 18? And what do all of these doubles have in common? So 6, 10, and 18. What do they have in common? Okay, so if you put just like their doubles, well, that's true. But the question is kind of like, what do the numbers have in common? These are all even numbers. Why does that happen? Well, when you take any number and double it, you get an even number. Remember, even numbers end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, right? So if you take any number and double it, right? So if I take the number 6, if I double it, 12, that's even. If I take the number 11 and double it, 22, that's even. 7, double it, 14 is even. Anytime you double a number, you will get an even number as the answer. That's going to be important here. All right, let's look at number 4. First thing I want you to do is to read number 4 in your math journal. All right, let's think about how we could solve this. Your friend is planting a rectangular garden that is 6 feet wide and 7 feet long. To buy the correct amount of fertilizer, she needs to find the area of the garden, but she does not know how to solve 6 times 7. Show how your friend, there we go, could use doubling to figure out the area. All right. Well, 6 times 7. If you don't know Mr. White's 7s song, or if you forget it, you might not know this either. But you can use doubling to figure this out. So let's take a look at 6. Right? 6 is an even number. We can cut 6 in half. Remember, all even numbers, right? If you cut them in, you can cut all the even numbers in half. You can't cut 7 in half, right, without making a fraction. So what is half of 6? What's half of 6? Half of 6 is 3. So draw this with me in your math journal. We're going to cut the 6 in half, right? Let's get rid of the 6. Now we have 3 and 3. Write it down. Okay, now 3 and 3. So now we have one rectangle that is 3 times 7 and another rectangle that is also 3 times 7. What's 3 times 7? 3 times 7 is 21. So this rectangle is 21. And is this rectangle 21 also? It sure is. 21 feet squared. So when we put these together, we would know how much 6 would be, right? because we're doubling this. How much would this be? 21 and 21 more. It would be 42. 42 what? Feet squared, or square feet. So 6 times 7 equals 42, because we can split 6 into 3 times 7 and 3 times 7. So the area of your friend's garden is 42. So just another example, right? This is going to work with, and actually let's show you on this screen. This is going to help you when you have facts that have an even number, okay? There are 2 facts here that have an even number. Which 2 facts have an even number that you see on the screen? Okay, this one and this one. Because you can't cut 9 and 9 in half, right? Without a fraction. Same thing here. So whenever you see a fact that has an even number. Now, 4 times 3, that one probably people know pretty well, but let's talk about 6 times 8. Okay, so 6 times 8. Let's split one of them in half. Let's say we're going to cut 3 in half. Let me make sure that this isn't the same one on the next one. All right, good. It's not. So 6 times 8 is the same as 3 times 8 and 3 times 8. And why? Well, if you have 6, actually, let's turn it because I want to show you that it could be split the other way too. We'll say like this, right? And this is 8 and this is 6. So if I want to cut 6 in half here, I can this way. Look, right? Now I have 3 here and 3 here. So if I know 3 times 8, right? You know the song there, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 24 is the answer here. 24 is also the answer here. So if I put those together, I get the answer to 6 times 8. What is 6 times 8? 48, right? 24 and 24 more is 48. Okay, so you can use this. Now you could have also, let's rewind the clock here. Rewind all the way back to here. We could have also split the 8 if we want to do that instead, right? And then cut the 8 in half. So that would be 6 times 4 and 6 times 4, right? And so on our rectangle, if we had 6 here and 8 over here, well, now we're going to split this way, right? You can split things more than one way here. So we have 4 and 4. So this box is 6 times 4, and this box is 6 times 4. See how it's going to turn out the same answer? 48. All right, so this can be very useful for some of those facts. Now, I wouldn't use it on something small like this, right? This is just 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. But sometimes it can be a useful strategy. Now, I like the helper fact strategy for 6 times 8. But if that's not working for you, this one might. All right, you are going to work on this page. It is Math Journal, page 169. And on this page, you have one problem to do. It has 2 parts, right? You're doing number 5. You're going to read here, and you're going to use the strategy that we've been working on to solve this. Now, even if you know this problem, I still want you to use this strategy because this strategy is valuable when you have something like 7 times 12, right? And we're not doing 7 times 12 right now, but 7 times 12 is the same as 7 times 6 and 7 times 6, right? So it's important to know how to do this and so that you can use this strategy for other problems that you don't know yet. Okay? All right, 3rd graders, that is all today. We're using a doubling strategy, kind of a cutting in half strategy to be able to solve certain multiplication facts, right? Only multiplication facts that have an even number can be used with this strategy. All right, if you have any questions, be sure to reach out and let me know. And good luck.